Welcome. My name's Wayne Peters from Coastal Eco Tours, and today we're going to have a little bit of a special treat. We're actually going to be looking at an ancient site within the Brisbanewater National Park, which is believed to have been a site that the ancient Egyptians visited once, many thousands of years ago. In fact, if the history actually attests itself to the truth, it would be believed that this site is well over 2,500 years old, and at 2000 B.C, so we're around about that 4,000-year-old mark. It's an Egyptian hieroglyphic art site, and it's been a site that's had a great deal of controversy ever since it was first discovered, apparently around the early 1900s. About 40 to 50 years ago, the site, which lies directly behind us here in the hidden National Park of Brisbanewater confines, it was first discovered by a young chap in his early childhood, who was the son of a property owner up here in Brisbanewater National Park, where they were once growing an orchard plantation of citrus fruits and other produce and commodities. He strayed onto the site looking for his lost dog, and was immediately awed by what he came upon. Aboriginal art on top and Egyptian hieroglyphics, sandwiched as it were between a cleft between two massive boulders with a hidden cave located only slightly above the site itself. He ran home and told his parents about this amazing new discovery, and they were just as awestruck as he was, and raced back with him with a camera to get some black and white photos of the art and the hieroglyphic text in which he had found. Subsequently, he approached national parks about this particular site, and were in those days, due to resource limitations and of course the enigma of the site itself, advised by the national parks not to tell anyone about it, and that's the way it stayed for over 40 years or so. It's remained a fairly untouched secret within the confines of the Brisbanewater National Park, although these days, with the Kariong district being more and more populated, certainly there have been quite a number of walkers that have chanced upon the site and been equally awed by the magnificent findings and hieroglyphics that have been situated in the site. What we'll do now is we'll go up to the site and have a look at it. We'll make a little bit of a video record of the site so that we can preserve it for posterity and future study before it becomes opened up by activities such as those originally advertised by the State Sport and Recreation Services here in the Central Coast, which has a great deal of potential to leave the site open for future vandalism, graffiti and abuse, rather than preserve the site for the intimate study in which it most rightly deserves. Well, here we are inside the cave itself, and we're about to actually make a bit of an examination of the findings here. It's a little shut to get in. It's been a sacred site because it actually lies across a dreaming trail of the Brisbanewater Aboriginal peoples, and therefore it has quite a significant reverence to both the caretakers of the Dark Young Man Council as well as the local Brisbanewater National Park. It's definitely a protected site. So let's go and have a look at it now and see what it looks like. On either side of me here, there's hieroglyphics down both walls, and they attest to the journey of a lord by the name of B.Sc, who was supposedly a lord of the son of Cheops, a pharaoh of the 4th dynasty Egyptian times, whose father was Khufu. Khufu was the pharaoh who was actually given the dubious honour of actually creating the first two small pyramids, the Bent Pyramid and then the other small pyramid lying next to it, with the Cheops being attributed to the construction of the Great Pyramid, the Giant Pyramid. There's no real lot of mentions of B.Sc, Cheops' son, except here on this wall and in probably one other papyrus, the Berlin Papyrus, which was translated in archaic Egyptian styles, in which most of these glyphs are supposedly written with ink.